Hey everybody, Ham here. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Uh, let's see, did we finish Hanukkah yet? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, here I am, still alive and kicking, contrary to some popular beliefs. Thank you for all the wonderful messages and wishes and everything else. Still a long road ahead. What you may not know is I beat the first cancer, but they have now diagnosed a second one in my esophagus. And this time I'm going through both chemo and radiation. So it's a little iffy. But anyway, I am joined today, of course, by the man who puts the ho in ho 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 this time of year, the one and only, Fredulous. And seeing as it's this time of the year, we are joined by a long lost relative of mine from Texas, ZZ Claus. So he's going to put right there. This is a response to Mr. Schmalhaus, who asked about the Victorinox or Wegner knives that we have and why we carry them. Like anyone else who is fascinated by bladed objects, I have a tremendous number of Victorinox and Wegner products. Well, they're one and the same, actually. But anyway, most of my Victorinox knives are carry-along knives. They're in bags or cases, or they're the fail-safe go-to knife. There is one that I do an EDC with all the time. You know, we have a number of different, I'll put this over here for a minute. We have a number of different types that we use. They range everywhere from the larger version that has the scissors and the corkscrew, which, not being a big wine drinker, I haven't really had much use for, but I know it's useful for many other things. But we go from those. This is actually one from my father, who's been dead quite a while now, but he got this as a promotional item from, as a lot of companies did. This was given out by Marlboro Cigarettes. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? Yeah, you can. But this is the more standard classic type of Victorinox knife, and he carried this in the 80s until he passed. And this is the one I carry as an EDC. Now, I don't need all of the items you would find on a larger Swiss Army like this, because I carry a multi-tool. So I've got the scissors and I've got the bigger things. But in the pocket nowadays, although I have a number of folding knives, I usually carry this Victorinox Tinker. Now, it has, of course, the two invaluable objects, the tweezer and the toothpick. But for everyday carries, you really can't beat it. Of course, the knife blade is such a great shape, and as has been proven in previous videos, the edges are superb. It has the smaller edge. And then, of course, the screwdriver and the can opener, and on the other side we have the Phillips and the awl. This is just, to me, almost the perfect EDC Swiss Army knife. It's thin, it's got all the functionality that you need, and like I said, since I carry a belt tool, if I've got to go to something bigger, I'll use it, the belt tool, but otherwise, this does quite well. And of course, now I've got a couple of these, the Wegners. This is just their, I forget the name of it, it's the single blade. I know this was recently adopted a while back by the German military as their official carry knife. And I found this extraordinarily useful. The thing I really like about this is it's got a great sized handle for those of us with larger paws. And it's very convenient, very sturdy. And the neat thing about this is the release for the blade, after it locks, it is a good locking blade, is to simply push in the emblem. And that releases it. And that's all it is. This can be used as a braking tool if you wish, otherwise a lanyard hole. But again, this is usually in an equipment bag. I don't normally carry this in the pocket. But one thing I wanted to show you, Schmalhaus, while we're talking about this, is I recently came upon this. And the only thing I can think of is the fact that Victorinox finally released their version of a box cutter. I mean, I don't really see any other purpose for it. They call it the day packer. And the thing I was fussing around with here earlier, I still have one in the package. It's called the day packer, and it has the unusual thing where it has only one function. I mean, you've got knives this big that have 8 functions on it, but this is just one function. And all it is the simple clip point blade. Now, again, it's got a really good sized handle, so it fits well in a larger hand. And this is a Zytel grip. It's not the normal smooth grip you would find like on my Tinker. It is the Zytel grip. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. And it is extraordinarily grippy and controllable, but it's just the simple clip point single blade. And even if you go up against my Tinker here, you'll find out that it's smaller than the blade even on the Tinker. Okay, I think you can see that. I'm not at a great angle on the viewfinder in this camera. But anyway, so this is about $16 to $20 American. And although I imagine in a more casual setting where you just wanted to carry a blade of some sort, it is very thin. It comes in a variety of colors. This just happened to be the color they had. I don't know. I mean, it's very, very lightweight. It weighs practically nothing. It's much lighter than the Tinker, even though the Tinker doesn't weigh much. And again, the long handle is great for control, but again, all I can think of is you've got it in your pocket, you need something that would normally do things like a blade cutter. That's it. It's just a simple little blade. If anybody else has played around with this, I'd really be interested in see what they're doing. But anyway, there you go. Like I said, many more that I have packed away in bags that I didn't dig out. These are just the 5 that I had at hand real quick. Again, thank you everybody for your kind thoughts. Schmalhaus, I think it's a great contest. It's a beautiful knife. Absolutely gorgeous. That Rangerwood 55 is absolutely gorgeous, and it would be very nice to add to my collection, as I'm sure anybody else will say. But again, thank you for your contest. Thank you for your great videos. Always a pleasure watching your stuff. And from Fred and the Z-Man, of course, who's going to be very busy here in a couple days, and all of us here in the United States, my best wishes to all for a wonderful holiday. And we're back. You'll be seeing more videos soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.